Hey guys, so today we are going to be working in this space that I cleared out late winter. This is where I'm going to be creating a woodland garden. I still do have a bit of clearing that I need to do. Kind of wanted to clear this hillside a bit and all of that junk in that area right there. Kind of wanted to get that cleared, but today I want to work on getting the shape of my pathway out for this space so I can know which areas and how big of a space I have for the planting beds. So earlier on in the wintertime, I did plant some sunrise hostas in this space. I have marked the sunrise hostas out with those stones. So I kind of want the pathway to weave and around in between these trees in this area. I have a white dogwood tree, this tree right here, which, by the way, I don't think I'm going to be getting any blooms on this tree this year. Usually if you're going to get blooms, there's like a little ball at the end of these. I do have another one on the property and it is loaded, so I will get blooms from one, but I will not be getting blooms from this one. I also have quite a few redbud trees in this area as well. This is a redbud tree. Redbud, behind that redbud, redbud up the hill. This one right here, also a redbud tree. Redbud. This one right here also is a redbud. And I also have another white dogwood tree in this space as well, which I'm not going to be getting any blooms off of this one as well. We do have a 4-trunk cherry tree right here, which hopefully will be loaded with flowers. And I think I discovered another one over in this area. Not 100% sure. When it starts to leaf out, I'm going to know for sure, but I also think that this is a cherry tree. And I'm going to show you guys one more that I think also is a cherry tree. So this little guy right here, not much. I'll know once it leaves out if that is a cherry tree or not, but all of those trees in this area I'm going to be keeping. So I kind of want the pathway to wind in between all of these trees. So it's going to veer towards the left through these trees and veer towards the right on down through the woods. It might break off in a couple of areas. Not exactly sure yet, so I want to get that pathway shape down. And we are going to be planting some hellebores. So I have bought a few hellebores. I got these from Home Depot yesterday. They are loaded with blooms and they were $17.98. Before, you can get a Home Depot hellebore for 15 bucks, but they went up on price and it does not say the name of the hellebores, so I'm not exactly sure. And I also want to display this leaf I made earlier on last year in the season. I made that, so I kind of want to get that displayed. So let's go ahead and get started with the pathway. I'm going to be using these old well lines that the previous owner left on the property. The property is covered in trash by the previous owner. I am gradually getting rid of all the trash and turning the space into a garden, but I do like to keep the old well lines. I like to use those to mark out flower beds and pathways. So I'm going to be using that to mark out the pathway. So I have outlined one side of the pathway. I'm gonna go ahead and get the second side in. So the pathway shape is in. I'm liking how it winds through the trees, and there's planting space on either side of the pathway. On the fern covered pathway side, I'm thinking I want to go with some oak leaf hydrangeas. I also have some bare root stilby and bleeding hearts that I need to get in as well. And of course, I'm going to be adding quite a bit more hostas for the space. I would love to get some more rainforest sunrise hostas, which are the ones that are marked by those stones to go all the way along the pathway. Not sure that's going to happen, but I would like to try to get some more of those. So now that the shape of the pathway is in and I can see the planting space I have on either side, today we are going to get our hellebores in and we are going to create a unique garden feature. So I found this right here on the property years ago, and I decided I liked it and I kind of want to make this a feature with the leaf, the concrete leaf that I made. So I'm thinking I'm going to position this in the ground the way I want it, and we're going to see if it can hold the leaf. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I like the position that this is setting in, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and leave it setting like that, but I'm going to dig it in the ground a bit, just a bit, so I know that it is sturdy and that it's not going to fall over. Gonna fill it back in around. I don't think I need to go deeper. I think that might be fine like that. Clean out the leaves in it a bit as well. Probably should have did that first, but it is in. I'm gonna stand back and see if I like the way it's setting. Now I think I need to turn it a bit this way. Stand back, look at it again. And it's still not right, so. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm just going to put a little bit more dirt around it. Try to keep it sturdy. Now I'm going to set the leaf on it. I might need to cut it in some areas. gonna go ahead and snip off a couple of these branches. Need to snip off a bit more. Do you guys like it or not? Let me know in the comments. I did go ahead and grab a rock and place it next to it. It might need a bigger leaf, which can be arranged because I did make this. So maybe if I had a larger leaf on it. Not exactly sure, but right now I like the way it looks. I think that I should make an even bigger leaf to set on top of this. So I might do that in the future. But right now, I think it looks good. So we are going to go ahead and get in our hellebores. But let me know what you think in the comments. Hellebores have been placed. So let's go ahead and get those in the ground. I do think that I'm going to leave these hellebores spaced quite a bit apart because I would like to get a few more ferns over in this space and to try to tie the fern covered pathway into this area a bit more. So I'm going on this corner. I'm just going to tuck in quite a bit of ferns amongst the hellebores once I can get my hands on some. I'm roughing up these roots a bit. I know hellebores usually don't like for their roots to be messed with, but I usually do it a bit and they are usually fine. So one is in. So I am excited also to start being able to plant in this space. I thought about this garden space for quite a long time, and now it feels good that it's actually cleared and I'm starting to get more ideas of how I want this space to look. So I'm really excited for that and to get quite a bit more plants over in this area and to actually be able to complete the pathway as well. And I might also go back and get quite a bit more hellebores for this area as well. Some roots in this area. hellebores are in. Once again, I'm going to intersperse some ferns in between them to tie in the fern cover pathway to the woodland garden area. So I think this whole corner part right here will be hellebores and ferns. I also planted hellebores over here to tie in this flower bed right here that has hellebores, so I kind of wanted to bring them over to this area as well. I do think this garden feature would benefit from a larger leaf, which again isn't a problem. I did make this one, and I do have to make the leaf stepping stones for this pathway where the cardboard lies. Those are going to be leaf stepping stones, so I have to make some anyways. So I will go ahead and create a larger leaf for this area, but I do like the idea of this feature, and I think it will look a lot better with a larger leaf. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me on this project, and I hope again to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.